Hello and welcome to Mr. E's Watch Reviews. Today we're going to do the review of my Helm Kuraburi. Basically, I got this watch with the help of a viewer. Essentially, they had gotten on the list for Helm and got impatient, bought theirs off the secondary market, and then their place in line became available, or came up. And of course, they already had the watches. So they offered me the opportunity to take their place in line, which I was not on the Helm list. So, yeah, I went ahead and jumped on that. At any rate, that greatly helps me out, be able to get some stuff and be able to review it in a timely manner to where you guys still might actually want to see it. And there's still actually some interest in the watches. Which I'm sure, the way it's been going, the wait list now is, like, I believe a year or two long. It could, easily be one of these things that continues on in the future and all that stuff. And, with the way the watch is built, I could definitely see why it would. It is an extremely high quality build watch. The damn thing is just absolutely beautiful. My only thing about it is, kind of it's the size. And it's more the weight. You know what I'm saying? It's not really so much the size of the watch, it's the weight of the watch. For me, you know what I'm saying? I'm an auto mechanic. I'm used to holding and carrying heavy shit all day long and all that kind of stuff. You do get used to this being on your wrist, but it being a good almost 50 to 75 grams heavier than, like say this watch or any of my other watches that are around this size. It's significant. Like, you definitely can tell. The way the watch wears is actually very, very comfortable. Because of the way this the lugs are shaped right here in that case. Excuse me, guys. Get my fat hand in there. But as you can see, like, it contours to the wrist. See if I can get all the way around to the front. Pretty nice. And I mean, I do got to wear this just a little bit loose. Like, it's cold right this second, so it's a little bit loose on me. Not real loose, but it's because it only has the micro adjust, which, again, they give you a ton of it. But man, I hate having to bust out a toothpick or something, to adjust it when you're out. Excuse me. And I mean, it's very, very top heavy. But with, all that being said, and it's kind of self-explanatory. Like, the watch is tall, the watch is big, the watch is fat. Like, if you have eyes, you can see all that. So, at any rate, this thing is very, very beefy and manly. And I really like the hands and the indices and stuff like that. At first, I thought they were just a little bit too chunky. But man, it makes it easy to read and, see this watch, especially at night. And like the loom, oh man, the loom on this thing is by far the best in my collection. Like, this thing trumps everything I got. We'll do the loom shot here in just a few minutes, but it is just crazy bright. And the whole, like, sapphire bezel here, which, again, I do really dig the sapphire. I love this. If this is ceramic, it's like a high polished ceramic, but to me, it looks like a sapphire. But yeah, like, it just, the tooly notchiness all the way around the bezel. I'm just digging all of that. It's all very beefy and manly. But hang on, I had to grab my calipers real quick. We're just talking about how beefy and manly it is. Let's go ahead and throw out some measurements real fast. All right. So on thickness side, this thing's coming in at 15.6 millimeters thick. Actually, 15.8 right there in the center. The bezel is 42.8, so almost 43 millimeters there. And I mean, it just barely overhangs the case. So we're going to try and go in between the squares. The case itself is measuring at 41 and a half. So that's not too bad. But yeah, on the outside of the little chunk there. But like that just tells you how much of a square cut that is. I mean, if this is measuring like 43 or 42.8, and then that's a millimeter per square cut. So that's pretty cool. This thing is, I believe it's 20 mil lugs. No, it's 22. 22 in between the lugs. Actually, it says it's like 22 and a half. If I'm measuring that right. And pop that. Matter of fact, here, hang on. Let me just pop it off real quick. This thing is a slight pain in the ass because they use some super badass spring bars. Yeah. All right. Make sure we get that measurement correct. Yep. 22 millimeter between the lugs. So, see about snapping that back on. And here we can actually take a good look at the case back since I got it bracelet popped off like that. I really do like the case back design on this. It's very cool looking, and it doesn't. You don't really feel all this, deep engraving when you're wearing it. Because to be honest, I totally forgot it was there until I just flipped it over. But yeah, let's see if I can't get this thing back on here. Mm-hmm. Oh, deck on it. Come on. Damn it all. They do use some severely heavy-duty spring bars, so they can be a bit of a pain in the ass to get back in. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can do this. Give it an old college try one more time. Dude, I popped this damn thing in here the other day. They don't want nothing. Damn it. I'm sure I get the one side to go down. The other side pops back up. I'm sure y'all are just laughing your asses off watching me struggle here. I would pause it, but I know some of y'all know exactly what I'm going through right this second. Oh, there we go. Bam. Booyah. Yeah, super heavy duty, everything on this thing. The bracelet's heavy duty, the case, just everything. It's ISO certified, rated, so it's actually been through the tests and all that kind of good jazz. Which makes this an extremely good value for money dive watch. 21.7 up here at the top. Does taper down to a 19.7, so The little 2mm taper on such a beefy bracelet, it's hard to see it. But the clasp, nice milled. Like this upper part is actually still milled, even though it's a fold over. I apologize about the AC machine, but I'm not going to stop the video. The brushing and everything on this thing is just fantastic. I've worn this thing to the shop like for at least a week or two straight, and in the time frame that I've had it, and you can hardly even tell. Like it is like, I don't know if they got some kind of scratch resistant coating on this thing or something, but yeah, I mean it's actually hold up really nice in comparison to a number of my other watches, which again I can't explain anything as to why, other than, I mean, I've taken care of it, but I haven't taken that good care. Like I said, I've worn it to the shop for like a week. It was probably about a week straight right after I got it. But yeah, one of the things that does bug me about this, the bezel action is okay. It's a little stiff. There's not like any back play or nothing, but it is very, very notchy, in my opinion. Um, you know, not very luxurious at all, but I don't think you're going to knock or bump that. You know what I'm saying? If you do, you done knock the living shit out of that watch, and it was probably because a shark was chasing you or something. Something was chasing you. And at that point, it doesn't. Yeah. The crown action on this thing, right, nice. Pops out. Just give it a few winds, get this bad boy running again. Now, this thing's got the NH35A in it, which, I mean, very reliable movement. Again, I kind of wish they went with the Swiss, but, I think they were trying to keep the cost down, and that's after they blew the budget on everything else being like super beefcake. So, yeah. I'm actually kind of glad this one doesn't have a date on it. Just because the other Helm watch I got, the Komodo, they put it down here to 6 o'clock, and it's got a dark date wheel. Basically, you can't see the damn thing. We'll discuss that on that one when I review it, which will be next. But yeah, I mean, all in all, like, I think it was $343 for this watch. It is worth every penny, and like I said, I know several of my viewers have gotten the titanium version. I really wish that, I had, and like, it's funny, because basically the same viewer, was like, oh yeah, man, I was in line for the titanium one too, and I came up for my place in line for that one. And I was like, no, I'm good with the stainless steel one for right now. I'm really wishing I took out the offer on the titanium. Just because like this in a 150 gram version would be nothing but the bomb. It would just be the absolute truth. I do like this stainless steel version. It's just a little hefty. That's all. And again, it's it's not no big deal. You just gotta get some muscle in there, yeah. Beefcake. But yeah, it's one of them things. If you got itty bitty teeny tiny wrists or just weak feeble arms, yeah, you might want to not get this one. But you go out and you feel like you can wrestle a bear and catch an alligator with your bare hands, this one is definitely for you. Yeah, very manly. Like, I don't know, like, I can see girls rocking this thing, but I mean, they would have forearms like Popeye in no time. Like, I wouldn't recommend it. Like, just having to lug this bad boy around, you'd develop muscles all up and down your arms and shit. You know, yeah. But I don't know. Like I said, you guys let me know what you think in the comments or whatever. What you think about the Helm watches? But I'm really super impressed. I mean, the overall quality, the fit and finish, I mean, is just friggin' outstanding. The NATO strap that came with this, it's nice. Uh, but you know, NATOs aren't really my favorites and my favorite kind of thing. But yeah, definitely check out one of these if you guys ever get a chance to in person. Um, you know, and again, I would say if you can get on that list or you can get one secondhand for a reasonable price, then do it. Um, it's well worth the wait. Yeah, even though I didn't have to wait for it, but yeah, I mean, I could see where this watch would definitely, it definitely lives up to all the hype that I have heard about it. My buddy Duncan loves these things, and I mean, I can really see why. Like, this is a beefy, robust, badass watch, and I mean, that's really all there is to it. The few things that drive me crazy about it, I mean, it is what it is. You know, there's much more egregious things. You know, the whole overall quality of the build and all that kind of good shit. Yeah, I mean, you're not really topping this unless you jump way up in price, kind of thing. You get what I mean? Yeah. So this versus a San Martin, um, I don't know. It really depends on what you're going for. Uh, you know, same thing, or like this versus Suggest. If you're trying to really go for like the Rolex type feel, then nah, you need to go over there to the San Martin and Suggest. But if you want something that's more very unique looking and kind of on its own, but taking some design cues from, you know, obviously Seiko. Yeah, Seiko. Uh, so yeah. At any rate, um, thank y'all for watching. Please like, subscribe, help me beat that algorithm's ass because they're trying to give me the weenie. All right. I complained on a couple of their surveys and told them the truth of what I thought, and now I've noticed a very significant drop in viewership. So yeah, make sure y'all hit that like and not the like, but the damn the notification bell. Yeah, make sure you definitely hit the notification bell. Turn on all notifications. You want to know whenever I do something. Be told up front immediately. That way, if you win the upcoming subscriber giveaway, you'll be notified immediately because I always tell everybody who won in a video. Speaking of which, here she is, the giveaway watch. Just waiting to hit 2,100 subscribers. Yep, she's all packed up, ready to go. Got her links and everything ready. She's all in there with a warranty card. Yep, look at that. Look, see, everything. Ready to go. She's ready to go bye-bye. So, y'all help me get some subscribers. I don't know how, but yeah. Y'all can make that happen. Appreciate it. Bye.